Now, we where we need to be. Come on in, family. Drop out. Be king. Get free or die. Heavy is the head to wear the crown. All right, family, y'all. Hey, thumb up the video. Subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know the throne. That's my brand new channel. Welcome to the throne, King Jah Power. You know what I'm saying? Go over there, subscribe to that channel. You know what I mean? Now we got a King's Ransom out here. Come on in, family. We got a King's Ransom out here. 1 million subscribers. Or 500,000 subscribers for $1,000. Period. Ain't no capping. I would show the money, but you know we got a whole bunch of, goofies running around and vampires and werewolves and shit. You know, they can't see $2 without wanting to take it. Okay? But, tonight, family, again, thumb up this video, subscribe to the channel. I wanted to go live. I wanted to talk about the beef between America and China. Okay? I want to talk about the beef between America and China. Now, black people over here in America, again, thumb up this video, subscribe to this channel. Black people over here in America, stuck in America mentality and shit. Don't know if China attack America or if they get into the, World War III or the Armageddon. You gonna be trapped in the middle. Now, what the hell do, black people gotta do with people in China? Okay? So you in the catch-22, you in the quagmire as a black American in America. Okay? You in the quagmire. Now look, you thinking that cause China owe America all that money, they won't attack. Okay? This is what black people got in their mind and just hoping and wishing. Most black people don't even think about that. But I'm just saying, at least the black people that watch the news or whatever, they think China won't attack America because, America owe China all that money. Nigga, if they shoot a rocket over here, that shit gonna kill black people, white people, that shit gonna kill everybody. You know what I'm saying? And we so naive thinking, America got the strongest military. Man, I was looking at some shit the other day. Again, subscribe to the channel, like the video, okay? That's how the people see it. Now, I was looking at some shit the other day. They say, America owe China so much money. You see what I'm saying? So much money. They gon', start taking military resources from America. Okay? You see what I'm saying now? China got nukes too. Y'all, we thinking America, you the only one with some nukes and shit. You see what I'm saying? But then you look at even what is that? Look, Chang Wang Fu and shit. He was out there, shooting rockets and shit towards America from the damn ocean. You see what I'm saying? And we think naive as hell as black people in America. Most people out here ain't even thinking about that shit. They just out here walking around, la 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 in la la land and shit. You see what I'm saying? And then the motherfucker was from North Korea. You see what I'm saying? Chang Wang Fu. You see what I'm saying? Now we know China, is a military state. Where they got that shit on lock. You see what I'm saying? They got China on lock. And to the point, the Chinese can't even speak out politically against their own government or they'll lock their ass up. They, limiting what they can say on the internet. Like in America, we can get up here and talk and shit to a certain degree. Cause they'll kill our ass too. And we know that shit over here in America. But it's just like that in China, you know what I'm saying? It's a communist, country. It's a communist country and shit. To where they got their people living in fear to the point they won't even come outside like that other than to go to work. You see what I'm saying? Because the Chinese government will kill your ass. Period. You see what I'm saying? Now, when they was in the Philippines, Japan and shit, and they was fighting America or whatnot. Now, America, everywhere they go, see, y'all resources. This the agenda of the U.S. military or whatever. The agenda of the U.S. military is, to steal resources to bring back to America, but yet they tell you that America is the richest country. How this is from other... We think China won't attack America. Technically, they got it. But what if they was to knock out their greatest competitor, which is America? You know what I'm saying? China greatest adversary, greatest partner, greatest, trade partner is America. You know what I'm saying? So they got a back and forth to the point where they can't necessarily attack unless they go all the way. Then America gotta knock China off, or China gotta knock America off, which gonna start Armageddon. Period, because both of these nations own nukes. And they not, like the Chinese military gonna, tell Australia or America, they nuclear secrets. That just like America ain't gonna tell China they nuclear secrets. Why the fuck would they tell, trade secrets when you talk about nuclear weaponry and motherfucker just shoot one of them off and destroy your whole goddamn continent? Okay? So black people out here walking around oblivious or whatnot. Now, I just did a video right here on King Ja Power, about, FBA and ADOS. They always want to, debate about America, versus Africa. Should we go to Africa? Should we stay in America and all of that? Nigga, it ain't no debate. You fuck around, stay over this motherfucker. One of them goddamn Chinese missiles gonna be dropped on your damn, grandma front porch, and cornbread gonna be everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And then you gonna realize why we was trying to go to Africa. Nigga, we not running, motherfucker. We ain't scared of nothing. You know what I'm talking about? We running. Ain't no running. You know what I'm saying? We just understand, nigga, if you try, if these motherfuckers attack, you gonna have to fight for America. If China or goddamn North Korea or some shit like that attack, you gonna have to fight on the American side. Period. Ain't no dividing or blurring the lines. China missiles don't care where it hit. You know what I'm saying? And this shit is very possible. I'm talking about they planning on a war within the next 3 to 10 years between China and I'm not talking about no goddamn, propaganda war, trade war, some shit like. I'm talking about actual loading up them goddamn nukes. And then what black people gonna do with shit. Niggas out here talk about their indigenous and shit. What you gonna do? It don't fucking matter whether you, what name you use, what kind of heat you got. You know what I'm saying? That's what the shit gonna ultimately come down to. So we can argue or debate back and forth which is greater, Africa or America for black people. See, there's places in Africa still where, the white man or never seen before, or any other colonizer. Now they done rape Africa, 18 Europe. You know what I'm saying? But they still, listen to what Putin, what resources the Africans don't know what to do with them. This is what they try to portray Africa to be, as a fucking jungle or a desert where they can, like yesterday I was looking on the news in Ghana and shit, right? And to places like Ghana, you know what I'm saying? Benin and places like that. And the Africans in Africa over there selling the clothes. I'm talking these is old clothes and shit. You know what I'm saying? And some of it be Gucci and shit like that, but the shit might have, sweat stains under the arm and shit. And see, this is the the low level that they got our people in. You know what I'm saying? When you talking about, global power or whatever. Now we know Africa got all the damn resources, period. That's why, one reason why America never be able to compete with Africa. On that level. And I'll get on here and show some slides and shit at another time on, the resources. We know America can't compare to Africa when it comes to resources. But, our people still think, Africa, is a, jungle in the desert and shit. And it is still a developing world, but it still is on the level where you can go in there and still create a business where you the Fortune 500 company. You can't do that shit in America no more. You know what I mean? You can't do that shit in America no more. Period. The Chinese is all in they motherfucker. The Chinese is Nino Brown. America is that Italian man that he had hanging off the bridge, shaking all the money out of his pockets and shit. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. So you in a catch-22, cause you need a military. You know what I'm saying? You need and every time, if they attack, motherfucker, you gonna have to arm with this white boy. Now, about 2 weeks ago and shit, right? We riding and shit, me and my queen and shit. And, I'm like, what the hell all these damn cars doing over here? These motherfuckers having a gun show. This is how the Mzungu man, the Tamahu man, this is how he arm his people. You know what I'm saying? At gun shows and shit. Now, me and one of my partners and shit went in there, right? Because we talking about the war between, the covert war between China and America, okay? And so we went in, me and my partner and shit, we went into the gun show. Them motherfuckers got grenades and motherfucker rocket launchers, some shit you wouldn't even think that was legal to sell. You know what I'm saying? And my homie was like, shit, I'm about to buy one of these. And he had the money to get the shit. But I'm like, nigga, as a black man, you walk up out this motherfucker with a rocket launcher, the motherfucking feds gonna be knocking at your motherfucking door, nigga, like what you doing with that? Cause they don't allow us in America to defend our own people and shit. We gotta count on them to defend us. Now, what if some shit sneak through, like they got damn disease and shit running out here, and some shit, we gonna be affected and shit. Like Malcolm said, the house Negro gonna be affected just like, cause he's so close to the master. You know what I'm saying? And this is what is happening with China and America. If I'm telling you right now, if the threat is real, okay? The threat is real. Now, if they shoot some shit over here, now, and they get to go on the war, believe me, these, cowboys out here, yeehaw, them cowboys, they love war. They love that type of shit. And that's the type of culture they come from. That's why black people, African people in America or anywhere damn else have a peaceful attitude, towards the Mzungu man, the little Tamahu man or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But the Chinese don't have that problem. I'm gonna tell you that shit right now. They soldiers is TTG for real, trained to go, and they got them little motherfuckers, them nanobots and drones and shit, just like America. You know what I mean? Just like America, they got them, a search and destroy with them drones and shit, where they can send them on a mission and just obliterate everything. It's unmanned craft and shit. So if they send them shits out there, they not having necessarily no casualties. You know what I'm saying? On that degree of military, a war. You know what I'm saying? So black people is in a very crazy predicament. We sitting over here in a land, you know what I'm saying, where you don't belong. I ain't saying you could stay, but this the type of shit you dealing with. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about China, America, you know, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So you dealing with military, you dealing with, you know, killing. Let's just be real. So, I mean, what I see a lot of even some black power people get up here and say, you know, well, we need redemption of the ancestors and shit. Motherfucker, what the fuck you gonna do with that little ass 38 and shit? I don't give a fuck if you got a Draco, motherfucker. I mean, that motherfucker got nukes. And I'm not saying we can't win, because we can win. Garvey said we can win. You know what I'm saying? In 24 hours, we can take the whole shit over. But is the black American ready for some shit like that? You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. See, we tend to think, and we'll go back over the King's ransom here in a minute, you know. But we tend to think the motherfuckers want, yes, because they gonna knock. See, you gotta knock out when you in the NBA and the two greatest teams, one of them gotta fall off. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if America, you know, is the Knicks and you know, China is the Indiana Pacers and shit with Reggie Miller now. And what the Knicks used to say, we don't goddamn win the game, we gonna win the fight. Believe that. So that's the mentality of the type of people you dealing with. Let's just be them. That's the mentality of the type of people when you dealing with. See, because they don't give a fuck. Long as they can put, you know, they stamp on the name of, you know, of this district, you know, this country. You notice, you know, all them North Korea, South Korea, you know, all Japan and shit. China have dealings. China is the biggest out of all of them, but China have dealings with all of them, even though they all beefing. You know what I'm saying? But listen here, you talk about like the Vietnam War and shit. You know what I'm saying? The Americans was going in there. I'm telling you right now, the Americans, black and white, was going in there, you know, killing up them little chinks and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they was eating them. They was the American they send the American soldiers in there with a contingency of, you know, the maps, you know what I'm saying? Which is the list of the people that they supposed to hit. You know what I'm saying? What generals, what area they in, that they supposed to go hit. Okay? And they send them in there on a war, say, you eat off the enemy. So they would raid them damn camps of the little Vietnamese and shit and take all the rice. Take all the rice, capture and, you know, kill the men and rape the women. Let's just be real. That's what they were doing. You could go watch them Platoon, Predator, all of them movies. Even the one with Chris Tucker and them in it. That's all about the Vietnam War. Dead presidents. That's all about the Vietnam War shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they was out there spreading leaflets and saying, you know, dropping them from the plane saying, black man, what is you doing here? This ain't your war. And the white boy picked up the paper and said, you know, put that communist shit down. When in reality, the damn little Vietnamese was telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look over there in Burma and Cambodia, motherfucker Angkor Wat and all of that shit, all the deities of the Cambodian peoples is black. And so the Cambodian people could understand why black people would come over there and attack them. You know, the Khmer people are descendants of black people. I'm talking about Africans, nappy head. You know what I'm saying? And they'll tell you that shit too. And so when they was over there, you know, raping, robbing, and stealing, you know, when they was over there, they was taking gold. They went to the Philippines, you know, Marcos President Marcos and shit. They was down there in the Philippines treasure hunting, stealing all kind of. They was trying to get that Japanese treasure up out the Philippine mountains and shit. And it's American artifacts all out there that they done found were Watergate and shit. Well, they done sent planes out to where they started their base out there, their military base out there at Victoria Peak. That's exactly at Victoria Peak. They started a military base out there during the what president was that? I think Lyndon Johnson. He got a airstrip built in his house to fly out there and to steal some gold, billions of dollars worth of gold out of Victoria Peak. See, that's their Watergate. See, they never talk about the shit in the military. All of a sudden, after that, they had stealth bombers. The motherfucker had all that, the F-17 and all of that. They military jumped after Lyndon Johnson. Okay? They military jumped to a whole nother level. See, we think, and they got that too. We think they done Area 51 where they got different military. Listen here, man. They got just as much as the United States got. China got the same shit. The cobalt, the motherfucking manganese, and this is how they building all these planes or whatnot. But if you heat-seeking bullets that just hit the suburbs, that shit gonna hit the hood and everything. I mean, and this shit is all over the news. And if you go out here and ask 90% of black people, they don't even know what the hell going on. Facts. And so, now let me talk about this King's ransom for y'all that came late, okay? Time you gotta give to the people. You gotta let the people eat. And so what I said, I thought I'd say, 500,000 subscribers, the 500,000 subscriber get $1,000. And we'll do that every 500,000 subscribers. Every 500,000 subscribers, you put on King Jah Power and the throne of King Jah Power, either one, $1,000. $1,000. Okay? And that's each time, so we'll keep that rolling. Like every 500,000 spread 100,000 subscribers. The 500,000 subscriber, 1 million ransom right there. The king gotta, you gotta give back. You gotta show love. Gotta show love. You know what I'm saying? Gotta show love. That's what most of these people don't do. They try to take your money instead of giving back. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at, 5 million, that's 10 grand. Dollars for 5 million subscribers. I seen that shit today. Tomorrow, in 1 hour. 30 seconds, shit, and I'm like, boom, kick it with 1,000. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Go to Throne of King Jah Power, okay? Bands on deck, okay? I would show you, but it's too many vampires out here. Now, let's get back to this. I want to run this China in America for a few more minutes. Thank for the people that came out and listened tonight. But listen to me now. Listen to me now. Russia want a piece of that shit too. Russia want a piece of that shit too. Okay? So, if, they go head to head with America, Russia gonna automatically join that shit. Cause Russia is feeding off China and America. The packing that's done in Europe and America is packed in China. Okay? Look at your t-shirt. Any other, look at your jeans and all. It's packed in China. Okay? That's why they shut down the black market shit. because they didn't want people to get on Alibaba and be able to order from China directly. But they ordering from China. But they tell you, if you buy it, it's counterfeit. Okay? It's counterfeit. You know? Because you ain't got their stamp of approval. But they can buy as much as they want. Them Jordans and all that shit. They buy them Jordans from China for $3, $2, and sell them to your ass for $400, $1,000% flip. You 1,000% flip. And y'all go out there and line up and go get you some Jordans and shit. And them both pal, you know, each sneaker was made for $3. So $1.50 a piece, America paid for it. Now you could go order from China, from Alibaba, but your shit might not get here. You know what I'm saying? And so they got exclusive relationship with China. And if any independent market, you know, want to encroach on their money, the United States gonna automatically cut that shit off. But when Obama was in office, the black market shit was booming in New York, in Atlanta, Cali, every little hole in the wall. Black people was making money all over the place. Guess what they owe China all their money? They cut you off because why? Because, you know, you leeching. You know what I'm saying? Because you getting, you know, the 100 or 1,000% profit on each item. So if they cut you off, they saving money. That's more money that they can pay China. Okay? Okay, I know this shit now. I know this shit. But so listen to me now. Black people, you know what I'm saying? This shit affect everybody. If you is on the soil of the United Snakes right now, cause they done program all people. It ain't that they program black people or whatever. No, they program white people too. You know, and you know the Fortune 500s and shit is the people that's controlling America. Okay, and so that's why now if you go back 5 years ago, if you try to make an electrical car, they would take, you know, they would blow that out the frame. Why? Because a lot of the old rich billionaires, white rich billionaires and millionaires was getting money off oil. And so they had to keep that relationship at least strong enough for with Saudi Arabia so they can get oil. So they cut, that's why Tesla was having, you know, trouble, you know, building that electric car shit because America was making money on oil. All the cars is ran off electricity. Well, what the fuck do you need Tesla for? I mean, what do you need Saudi Arabia? What you need oil for? So that would Jerry Jones, that would have cut into his goddamn pocket. You know what I'm saying? Bill Gates, that would have cut into his pocket because he invested in oil too. You know what I'm saying? The Steve Jobs family, they invested. So what none of them millionaires and big, they had to block that electric car shit. But since they killed that man over there in Saudi Arabia, that Arabian general about when Trump was in office, they done been having trouble with the oil. That's why the gas prices up right now. You know what I'm saying? It was all from killing that general over there. You know, when they shot his plane down or whatever, blew his car, however they killed him. But ever since then, they done had problems extracting oil out of Saudi Arabia. That's why they in Africa right now trying to sweet talk the African for some oil, because there's more oil in what they call sub-Saharan Africa than the whole of North Africa and Saudi Arabia put together. And because they can shoot that GDR down, that ground penetrating radar down there, and they can see how much, you know, estimate and see how much oil in the ground, diamond and all of that shit. And so, you know, they gotta go talk to the African. You know what I'm saying? They done fucked up their relationship with Saudi Arabia, so now they gotta deal with Africa. Okay? So that's why they trying to recolonize neo-colonialism in Africa. That's why they trying to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why they trying to do this shit. Period. And so if me and you as just, some little small business owner, or you work for Kentucky Fried Chicken or wherever it is that you do, and these world powers is beefing, and they shoot some shit over here, or drop out the sky. What's that movie? Red Dawn and shit. What a little, Chinese to see, they done already prophesied this shit. And, the little Chinese early in the morning sent a bunch of planes over here and dropped soldiers down on United States ground. Okay? And they took over the population of America and had them all in concentration camps. Okay? Had all, white and black, had them all in concentration camps. And, they couldn't eat and shit, and, they couldn't take a bath and all of this type of shit. And they, fenced in. The same thing that, with the virus. They got concentration camps for that. If you don't get that shot, you gonna be right up in one of them concentration camps on a military basis, okay? And so, on the movie, they capture everybody, got them in the concentration camp. Black people and white people had to come together and defeat the Chinese, okay? And so, if you over here, regardless of what religion you is, what group you in, what your last name is, you gonna have to fight with the beast just so you won't die. Okay? Just so you won't die, you know what I mean? And what am I saying? Black people ain't got nothing to do with that. So we gonna be caught in the middle of some shit that we ain't got nothing to do with. What type of shit is that? What type of shit is we gonna be caught in the middle of some shit that we ain't got nothing to do with? Why? Because we got a self-hate of Africa. Now, you silly. What we should be doing is building a relationship. We not saying everybody gotta get up and fly to Zimbabwe. We not saying that. Cause some of our people got to stay in America. Okay? I know that. But it gotta be the chosen. It's gotta be a contingency of our people that go to the motherland, so we can get some of the resources so your ass can fight, so you can have proper artillery. You could come to the motherland and train. You know what I'm saying? And, not always be on the defense all the time. You can play some offense and get you a slam dunk sometime. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it is. If you plan on staying here, you're going to have to eventually, get in the ring. I'm just telling you, you can't survive over here and they got a extermination plan for your way. I mean, that don't make sense. You gonna survive in America and they got a extermination plan for you. So you gotta listen, in the 60s with the Panthers, even the Black Muslims, Snap, all of them ended up leaving one summer and went to Jamaica. Just to have some relaxation, to get their mind together. You know what I'm saying? And when they came back, that's when you knew who the Panthers was. When they was the Panthers. You know what I'm saying? When they was standing out there with the black. Because they had got their energy. They had enough time to get away from here and rest. Babylon snatching energy. They snatching souls. They snatching hearts. They snatching everything. They vampires and shit. And the more you stay in America, the more energy gonna be drained. Now, if you go visit outside of America, you gonna gain so much energy back in your bones. You gonna be able to run through a brick wall. I'm telling you. You just need that energy. I mean, that time, that relaxation and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, cause we in the belly. When you in the belly, you getting the shit full force. White supremacy is worldwide, but you know, being in the belly, you gonna feel that shit 10 times more than anybody else on this planet. You know what I'm saying? So you need a vacation home, you know, Africa or the islands and shit, so you can get about the belly. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, constantly being on the battlefield, you gonna get tired. And I hear the people out there, man, we tired. When they was out there marching for Ahmaud Arbery and, you know, George Floyd and shit, I kept hearing the people saying, we tired. Well, you better eat some damn weeds. You know what I'm saying? You got to get some jungle juice or something, some Gatorade or something, and get some energy. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. You need to get away from the belly so you can get some energy so we can fight. You know what I'm saying? This shit is energy draining. Just being able to live your day-to-day life as a black person in America, man or damn woman, man, that shit is energy draining to the soul, to the body and shit. We need to, you know, go home and, you know, listen to the waves and shit, and, you know, get a massage and shit and see something different. We need to be global, okay? We can't be local for 1,000 years and shit. You know, y'all think we gonna go another 500 years stuck in America? Do that make sense, dude? Anybody out there think that makes sense? Put the shit in the comments. I might send somebody a 100 right now. Put the shit in the comments. Straight up. Put the shit in the comments, man. And if it's the right answer, put your Cash App down there. I'm gonna send you 100 right now. But do that make sense for us to stay in America for the next 40 damn years? If the less, you know, is it gonna make it that long? You know what I'm saying? Because if I was China, I go ahead and hit this motherfucker, because America is at its weakest point. It's at its weakest point when a nation is at war within. A weak nation can come in and conquer the nation, long as they got a few good men. You know what I'm saying? And China got more than a few good men. Them motherfuckers is 2-3 billion. You know what I'm saying? And you talk about America, what you about 400 million or something like that? You know, them numbers don't add up. But you know, the Mzungu man, he know how to work that military. He know how to work that military. You know what I'm saying? But he'll put you right there on that front line, even though you don't got no beef with China. Okay? You don't got no, and they was up here saying a few months ago that black people, you know, has you know, some beef with the Chinese. Nigga, black people go, only time we see the Chinese is at the hair store. That's the only time black people see Chinese is when they at the hair store. Then we spin with them. So they was trying to run a propaganda scam, okay? Go watch the video I just done before this one. You know what I'm saying? I should have did it live. But from now on, we'll do them live. But y'all got to stand up and come out. You know what I'm saying? That's why I put the King's Ransom out there. I say, this will wake their ass up right here. You know, I know somebody out there need a blessing. King, I'm in blessed. You know what I'm saying? And I like to bless. You know, the more I bless, you know, the more blessings gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? And I know, you know, the peoples be out there hurting. You know what I'm saying? And I be like, damn. You know what I'm saying? What's to have some if you can't help nobody? You know what I'm saying? I be sitting on the throne and shit, and I see people out here, you know, just regular people out here struggling every day. I give them the money. When they out there with them little signs, I don't care if they're a crackhead or whatever. I give them the money because I don't like to see people suffer. I'm a king. I'm a real king, and I want to see, you know, the people happy. No matter what, you know, color or creed, even though I don't got nothing to do with nobody else, but still, I like to see the people, all people smile. You know what I'm saying? That's how I get down and shit. And so, you know, That's what make me, a king and shit like that. But, if we in America, okay, and you saying you ain't really want us with Africa and saying all that negative, mess, you better realize what you saying. You better realize what you saying, because we in this nation, and if China attack America, or if America go over there and attack China, book it. You might as well book it. Start locking and loading and building bunkers and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because the Mzungu man and his people's already got bunkers and shit out there. Just in case a nuclear strike happen. Don't think that shit can't happen. They talk about within the next 3 to 10 years, they looking at, either America gonna attack China, or China gonna attack America. And that shit could come at any point in time. It could come tomorrow. It could come 2 years from now. But it's gonna happen during our lifetime. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? And you in this type of position where you just out cheering shit. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers got nukes and your ass ain't got but a 38. A 25 and a shotgun and shit. Nigga, you gonna have to flee. You got to run into the woods. You better get some winterized clothing, because America cold. You better get one of them bug out bags. You better get, oodles and noodles, chicken noodle soup and shit and all that, all the perishable foods that can keep, for a long period of time and shit. You better learn how to, start some goddamn fires with some sticks. And you see, people will laugh when I say that, but, them are valuable skills when you talking about warfare. Now listen to this right here right quick. Now, when they was in Vietnam, the Americans chased one of the generals into the jungle, right? Man, he hid for 10 years. The war had been over with. He didn't even know it. He hid for 10 years after the war was over with. They thought he was dead. They had to use, other Chinese and Japanese generals to try to call him out the jungle. And he would never come. You know what I'm saying? Within the first few months, the first few years. Because the general was thinking that it was the Americans trying to trick him to get him to come out the jungle. So he just stayed hid in the jungle. In reality, there was other Japanese generals trying to find him after the war had ended. How did he live in the jungle for 10 years after the war ended? He knew how to make, fire with them sticks. He could eat. You know what I'm saying? He could eat. Now, we like to be pretty or whatnot every day. Jordans and Gucci and all. You best to get some fatigues and some Timberlands. That's what you better get. And at least have them motherfuckers on reserve with some winterized clothing, that bug out bag. If you planning on staying, because you going to be in the middle of a war. You already see, the grocery stores, ain't no food on the damn grocery store. You don't go out, it's McDonald's, Burger King, all of that shit. And because of this, virus or whatever and all of that, all the motherfucking containers is stuck out there on the water, so they can't even bring in no food. You know what it's going to end up going? Man, this the pandemic. See what I'm saying? They forcing you back into them, the Great Depression. They forcing the American people back into the Great Depression and shit with this disease or whatever. We can't, but they got you back in 1920. And I'm telling you, I see the lies piling up around the the community centers or whatnot, where they giving out food and turkeys or whatnot. Man, this look like the Great Depression, and you in, 100 years later, and they rewinding everything. See, I know this song. Let me tell y'all this right quick. I know this song. See, if a movie is a hit, right, they gonna run that shit again 7 to 10 years later, and it'll be a hit again. Okay, hold on now, listen to me. They gonna if it's a hit, say whatever, if it's a hit, they gonna run it again and get double that money out of it. You know what I'm saying? 10 years later for a whole nother generation. Okay? So put that with what's going on today. You look back in the Great Depression, people was eating dog food. Matter of fact, dog food is legal for, they make dog food edible for people to eat just in case of a natural disaster or a second Great Depression. Okay? Now listen to me now. When they did the Great Depression, right after the Great Depression was the greatest come up, one of the greatest come ups outside of slavery, was one of the greatest come ups in America. They had a boom. Y'all know what they call a boom. You know what I'm saying? They had a boom right after the Great Depression, and people got rich through what they call with the liquor. They running liquor with the prohibition. Yeah, the prohibition. You know what I'm saying? People got rich. You know what I'm saying? After the 20s into the 30s, 40s, and 50s, them motherfuckers got rich, legally and illegally. Okay, and so if it was a hit the first time, okay, well, you starve the people out, you know what I'm saying? And then, people got to go back to work because people got to, feed their families. Once people realize that, the pandemic is a pandemic and people go to work, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a boom for the Americans. But right now, that's why they ain't sent out no stimulus. They starving the people out. They about to force you to, rely on them to eat. They gonna force you to rely on them to eat, and ain't gonna be no toilet paper, none of that shit. They doing it right now. So if China was to attack, this would be the perfect time. Y'all, this would be the perfect time, for China to attack them. You know what I'm saying? And just get their competitor out the way. You know what I'm saying? But, so who would Russia join? Would they join America or would they join China? See, y'all don't know. Them are the three biggest superpowers. And Russia playing both sides of the fence a little bit. If he have a chance, to win with his own people, with Trump and Biden and all of them, if he have a chance, he'll do that. But if he have one inkling, because they the one to seesaw the shit on who will win. Because if Russia and China hit this motherfucker, boy, it might be over. It might be over. Total destruction. It fall around be total destruction if they hit them motherfuckers. Now, it could be that Russia is a real ally of the United States and they ain't just capping. You know what I'm saying? Smiling for the camera or whatever. Cause that's what the Choop man, what his name? Over there in China. You know what I'm saying? They be smiling and shit. When he with Trump or whatever, or if he with Biden, they smile, for the camera. But when they take that camera away, hey, you better pay me my motherfucking money. My yens and shit. You don't have my yens in a minute. We gonna shoot some them Ninja Star bombs and shit. That's what I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? So it's a threat back and forth, and they threaten each other like, I got my hand on the button. I got my hand on the button. But they'll, out of idiocy, they'll kill millions and billions of people over some economic, chest out shit. You know what I'm saying? Because both got their chest out You know what I'm saying? Both entities is a superpower. You know what I'm saying? They both, you know, pulling tug of war where a little bit go this way, China way, and a little bit go America way. Now, and whoever let go of that rope first gonna get attacked. Whoever let go of that rope first gonna get attacked. Okay? And so if you in this country and you black and shit, and you in America, you best to get ready. I'm telling you. I'm telling you now. You best to get ready. Now, I always say, you know, it's better for us, you know, to have our own nation. But we know you can't have a nation within a nation. Because this ain't our nation. We can say, yeah, we live here and shit. But they never came out and just straight up said, black people's a citizen just like we is. Black people got all the necessary rights that we got. They never said that shit. You go look at the Dred Scott case. You know, Dred Scott case. You know, and they just came out straight up and said, black people were never citizens, nor will never be. Okay? Period. And they just straight up came out and said it. And so, you know, you a liability at this time, man. But, you know, if they jump off with China, he gonna have your ass right there on the front line, like in Vietnam, and in the Cold War and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, man, when a nation is weak like that, you know what I'm saying? See, whatever the Chinese government is saying to its people, that's all they know. A lot of what we saying on the internet that might be, you know, revolutionary type of talk, they don't get that shit in China. They don't get that shit in China. Eritrea the same way. Eritrea, you know, government where Nipsey Hussle from, they government block everything, censor everything on the internet. They censor every damn thing on the internet, you know, in Eritrea. You know what I'm saying? And so, a lot of what might be going on over there, you might not never know. You know what I'm saying? Because if your ass fuck around and post the video after this motherfucker done said, you know, don't be posting nothing after 9 o'clock or, you know, don't be posting nothing, you know, talk about politics and shit. You fuck around and post, even if you a visitor, they'll lock your ass up. They'll, if not kill you, period, they'll kill your ass. You know, you post something in one of them countries and shit, you know, where the internet is censored and shit, how we get up here and they'll kill your ass in America. That's why most black power people don't even get up here and talk. They just about their action. You know what I'm saying? Because we know and we done learn over and over and over again, every time, you know, black, you know, Messiah stepped to the plate about, you know, Sister Shabazz, you know, that passed away, Shalika Shabazz that passed away the other day. People is out here saying she might have been murdered. And when they said that, a little light turned on. I was like, she killed, you know, not just the king, but they try to kill even every sport off. Hey, they said, Martin Luther King mama was murdered right after him. Saying that, you know, the CIA and all that shit had something to do with it. So they, you know, even Tupac, Afeni Shakur, you know what I mean? Every time a black man say something, your family start dying and shit. These motherfuckers probably got, you know, weapons where they can goddamn just make your house, you know, radioactive and shit, and just everybody just start gradually getting sick and shit. I'm telling you, they is diabolical. They got shit just like that. Period. Now, the other day, I was looking, and a little boy in Tanzania, Zimbabwe, was outside playing. And he seen a little bird and shit, and he went over there trying to play with the little bird, you know, because it was flying around, you know, and he fought around, you know, black baby, you know, we bad, he get bad. they done took a little stick and done knocked it out the air. He picked it up as a motherfucking robot. So they, spying on them people with a goddamn bird, drone, nano robot and shit. I'm telling y'all, man, ain't no telling who was controlling that shit. You know what I'm saying? They got robots, they look like mosquitoes and shit, where they can fly that shit right in your house and watch everything your ass doing. They just watch everything your ass do. And then, if China and America is competing on that same type of level, what China doing? All these goddamn what they calling, the United States government and shit right now done came out with this, this UFO, you know what I'm saying, plan or whatever, the way they, exposing to the American public this UFO thing. Man, that shit might be Chinese weapons, nigga. That might be a Chinese weapon. See, and I'm telling y'all, they might have, a different technology, you know what I'm saying, to where they can, they jets can go at, I know 5G, that shit can go at 10G. Cause I seen the damn shit where the military was out there flying and, off the coast and shit. And these motherfuckers are seeing objects shooting past their ass and they going 1,000 miles an hour. You know what I'm saying? And I heard them say it to the motherfuckers, they could be another government military to where that motherfucker don't even read when they fly over, air zones that it don't pose a being. The shit don't even come up on the radar. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why they created the stealth bomber, because it was, not easily detected by radar. You know what I'm saying? Now, this shit they got now, whether that motherfucker, they better hope it's the aliens. You better hope it's the aliens, because if it's another country that got some military like that, the United States in trouble. Because these motherfuckers is still flying on F-18s and F-21s and shit. Man, that shit that I seen on that, go look that shit up. Go look up the military exposes UFOs and shit. If that shit is another government, China, Russia, or some shit like, the United States don't stand a motherfucking chance. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what you got. You don't stand a damn chance. If that's another government with them fast ass, I don't know if they airplanes. I don't know if they UFO. I don't know what the fuck it is. If that shit, you better hope it's ET. You better hope it's ET. Because if it's another government with that type of capability, well, that shit was moving at a speed. It took a high-powered camera to even catch that shit. And a jet was trying to, fly behind it and catch it. Listen here. The jet, that shit just, it was just playing with the jet. It was going back, going forward, going back, going behind it, going around it and shit. This a jet now. And that motherfucker couldn't even hold the candle to the technology that the ETs had. You better hope it's an ET. You better pray it's an ET, because if it's another nation, China, Russia, China, Russia, one of them other, you're in trouble. You in big trouble. I don't give a fuck. You can have all the guns, everything. If that shit is a outside military with that type of technology, and I already seen them. They got robots that they can deploy without even having deployed any human soldiers. That just already. I remember Stalin, Hitler homeboy, was trying to make them monkey men or whatever. He was making them monkey men 10 times stronger than the human. Well, now, you don't even need if Stalin or somebody like that had that AI shit that we got today, it'll be a war. I'm telling you, it'll be a war. That's why that shit is dangerous. iRobot and all that. These motherfuckers, if the robots and shit and they, cause that shit run off a supercomputer. Though, run off a supercomputer, and that shit could go rogue. The computer, the robot would overthrow, the commands that's being typed in. That's what the Terminator shit about. Where the rockets is firing off because the robots, the supercomputers and shit, done shut off communication with the user. So the motherfucker that's sitting there with the button is pushing it and saying, don't fire, don't fire, don't fire. And that motherfucker's counting down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and then kaboom, because they giving all the damn power to a fucking robot. And, they making them smarter and smarter, these motherfucking smartphones and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? All that shit coming from, all the resources coming from Africa. And they turning, they using that shit in diabolical ways and shit. You know what I'm saying? In diabolical ways or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I even seen where they, that movie Eraser, where they was, somebody like in the movie, they was cloning. Man, they can clone you animal. That movie came out about 10, 12 years ago. Right now, they clone everything they show in the movies. That After Earth with Will Smith, and he had the flip, the flip iPad and the flip phone, the way, you can move it in the middle or whatever. You can fold it in the middle and shit. Look at now. Right now, they got a phone, that same shit that Will Smith and them had and what the After Earth. You know what I'm saying? So what am I saying? All of that technology is given to the military first to train with, and then the little small version. Y'all think y'all got an iPhone 10 and shit. Imagine what the military got. The motherfuckers got a iPhone 1000. You get the technology after the goddamn, military get it. You know what I'm saying? But we is in trouble. You know what I'm saying? You stuck in the quagmire. Black people, you know what I'm saying? What do you have to do with China? If they shoot one of them rockets over here, that shit gonna hit the south side, that shit gonna hit the west side, that shit gonna hit the east side. No, even the north side, where the Tamahu man stay. It ain't, that shit ain't gonna, it ain't no, them bombs don't discriminate. Okay? So you gonna be caught up in a goddamn economic war between two superpowers, and you ain't even got shit to do with it. You ain't gonna have nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? They egging the shit on and all of that shit. Man, this here regular little, white people that's out, they talking about, and they know that shit too. They know it, but they, ignorant too. Because they think that, China won't attack this motherfucker because America owns some money. But motherfucker in the streets, when you owe a nigga some money, what they do? Attack. Okay, they don't give a fuck about the money no more. Period. And so whatever debt they got, they better pay that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Quit trying to act like they ain't got no money. Which really, China don't want no money from America. It ain't about that. They want to own all them places that they get the resources from. China won't in on that shit. Well, that's why China is in Jamaica, China in Africa, China in Australia, China in America. China. Okay? My man, the king of the emperor of China, whatever, Chang Wang Fu or whatever. He trying to be the leading government of the New World Order. Okay? He trying to be the leader of the New World Order. Okay? Let me just tell you that shit right now. Period. And so, family, I'd like to thank y'all for coming out. Hey, be careful out there. China. Okay? China. Okay? Because they'll let the motherfuckers in here and pay them off. Okay? And pay them off. And hell, might knock down a couple of projects with your people in it, the house they at. That just period. Okay? Because he gonna do whatever favors China want them to do, long as they owe them that motherfucking money. This the first time I ever seen in my lifetime the United States get bullied a little bit. Period. And that shit kind of like, damn, boy, if any other country was sending threats like China is to the United States would have been attacked they motherfucking ass. Ain't no other country gonna talk big like that to the United States because they know what'll happen. The motherfucking white boys will be over there chewing on your goddamn Adam's apple and shit, literally. Be chewing on your ass. Period. Because they get stupid when they come to war. Believe that. They motherfucking adrenaline shit start pumping and shit. And they get that goddamn Barney Rubble and shit in them. Them motherfuckers get crazy, boy. I done heard all the stories. Our brothers and sisters that done been over there in Iraq and Iran and all that, Vietnam, what they had. And I done heard the stories. The motherfuckers be chewing on motherfuckers. And you wonder why when the Americans come, motherfuckers run. Because them motherfuckers is going to eat your ass. Right down the back. Don't get murked, nigga. And them motherfuckers ain't got no food. Them motherfuckers going to have a barbecue. Period. They ate our goddamn people, right after the damn Civil War and shit. And niggas was walking around with American jackets on. Them niggas is strange fruit hanging in the tree and shit. And, they would cut some of them up, have a big barbecue and shit, and cut them up and eat them and all that shit. I'm telling y'all, this is American history. You know what I'm saying? So, them Chinese and, little chinks and shit, they done felt that shit from the Americans. And they want their revenge and then drop the goddamn bomb in Nagasaki and shit and all that shit. I'm trying to kill all and that, God rest their soul up there in Japan. They done dropped the bomb on Hiroshima and shit. You know what I'm saying? For real. And they want revenge for that shit. Even though the Japanese and Chinese and all that, they be beefing. But China is a superpower and they want some smoke with the United States. And it's the first time I ever seen the United States. Normally, when them motherfuckers went to talking over there in that Vietnam shit, or went over there Iran and Iraq and shit, the United States, 30 days, they had somebody over there, 20,000 soldiers over there in, Afghanistan and shit. Tell them to try that shit with China. I bet you they know better than to do that shit. And China, acting like they trying to bully the United States. And, they know better than just run up over this motherfucker, though. But if it go down, it's going all the way down. With them two ignorant motherfuckers and superpowers with their motherfucking hand on the button. It might be 0 Dark 30. All right, family. Thank y'all for coming out. We're going to go live again tomorrow around about 7 o'clock. 6:30, when y'all see that red light pop on, we in. Again, we got the King's ransom, $1,000 for every 500,000 subscribers. Yeah, and we'll keep that current. We get to 1 million, that's another 1,000. We get to, 1.5, that's another 1,000. So it's going to be multiple winners in this here King's ransom. All right, family, y'all have a good night. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Hit that like. I ain't went live in so long. I did this shit for y'all. And, long as y'all show me some love, I'm going to show some love back. All right, family, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace, love, black power. Jah power. Be king. Get free or die. Heavy is